this session, I'll be discussing about stages of globalization. Basically, there are four stages of globalization: domestic stage, international stage, multinational stage, and global stage. The first stage of globalization is domestic stage. Normally, company tends to focus on their domestic market. They develop and strengthen their capabilities in some core areas. Market potential is limited to the home country. Production and marketing facilities are located at home. Exports increase, and company usually adopts a multi-domestic approach. Product design, marketing, and advertising are adapted to the specific needs of each country, requiring a high level of sensitivity to local values and interests. The focus remains with domestic market. Their production facilities remain based in home country. Their analysis is focused on the national market. They do not think globally and avoid taking risk in going global. Their top management may have traditional kind of business management competency and less global expertise. They perceive that there is risk in expanding into global market, and therefore they try to play safe and satisfied with whatever gains they are getting in domestic market. Let's move on to understand the second stage, which is international company. In second stage of globalization, companies begin to look at overseas markets more seriously, but the orientation remains predominantly domestic. The various options a company has in this stage are export, setting up warehouses abroad, and establishing assembly lines in major markets. The company gets a better understanding of overseas market at low risk but without committing large amount of resources. Even though they link of international markets, still they are of ethnocentric or domestic oriented. These companies adopt the strategy of locating the branches of their companies in their or other countries and practice the same domestic operations in foreign markets, including the same promotion, price, product, and policies. Focus on going beyond domestic. Their management remains ethnocentric. They keep their marketing mix constant and expand it to new countries. Their management style remains centralized for their home nation and extended top down to the overseas market country. And they focus on product design, marketing, and advertising strategies standardized around the world. Let's discuss the third stage, multinational stage. The commitment to overseas market increases. The company begins to take into account the differences across various markets to customize its products suitably. Different strategies are formed for different markets to maximize customer responsiveness. After some time, international companies realized that the domestic model and practices adopted through extension policy do not serve the purpose. The foreign customers may not prefer the products that are sold in domestic market. Hence, the companies respond to the needs of different customers in different countries and produce such goods and services that will satisfy them. The company may set up overseas research and development centers and full-fledged country or region-specific manufacturing facilities. This phase can be referred to as multinational or multi-domestic phase. The different subsidiaries largely remain independent of each other and there is little coordination among the different units in the system. Let's move on to the fourth stage. The global company adopts global strategy for marketing its products. It may produce either in the home country or in any other single country and markets its products throughout the world. It may also produce the products globally and market them domestically. In the final stage of globalization, the transnational corporation emerges. Here, the company takes into account both similarities and differences across different markets. Some activities are standardized across the globe, while others are customized to suit the needs of individual markets. The firm attempts to combine global efficiencies, local responsiveness, and sharing of knowledge across different subsidiaries. Such companies have a global marketing strategy. They either produce in home country or in a single country and focus marketing globally. They adapt to the market conditions according to the foreign market requirements. Their performance evaluation is done worldwide. A seamless network of subsidiaries across the world emerges. It is difficult to make out where the home country or headquarters is. These corporations operate in the true global fashion, making sales and acquiring resources in whatever country offers the best opportunities and lower cost. In this session, we have discussed all the stages of globalization. Thank you.